The Tesla Semi has always been a source of great interest, even among those who have no intention of buying or learning about heavy-duty trucks. This is because for the first time in the world, there is an electric truck capable of traveling up to 500 miles, accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 20 seconds with a full load of 36 tons, a performance far superior to that of traditional diesel trucks, and recharging 70% of its battery in just 30 minutes. Very few electric heavy-duty vehicles can achieve these numbers. However, some question the viability of this model in everyday use. Critics argue that, while a diesel truck would continue its journey without interruption after traveling 500 miles, the Tesla Semi would need to stop to recharge, which could discourage trucking companies from adopting it. But the reality for those who have driven the Tesla Semi tells a different story. Drivers say that, after experiencing its driving, they never want to go back to conventional trucks. In addition to its impressive performance, the Semi also stands out for its extremely low energy consumption and reduced operating costs, making it one of the most attractive options in the electric heavy-duty vehicle market. Despite having suffered production delays due to limited capacity at the Nevada Gigafactory, the Tesla Semi is finally ready to transform the transportation industry. With mass production and the incorporation of an advanced autonomous driving system, it is expected to gain traction quickly. Elon Musk has repeatedly emphasized the benefits of this revolutionary machine, and here is everything you need to know about it. If you have a transportation company and still don't use electric trucks, you're probably losing money. After all, why insist on an outdated model when there's a more efficient and economical alternative? And this transition is not far off. In just over a decade, diesel trucks will be practically extinct. Countries such as those in the European Union have already set deadlines for banning vehicles powered by fossil fuels. From 2035, new gasoline and diesel cars will no longer be allowed to be sold. In the United States, California has passed regulations that will ban the sale of new diesel trucks starting in 2036 and require all fleets to be zero-emission vehicles by 2042. This is where Elon Musk's vision comes into its own. Long before most people realized the inevitable transition to electric trucks, he was already developing the solution. And while there is still debate about whether electric vehicles will replace diesel models, the Tesla Semi is already on the road, demonstrating that the shift is not a question of if, but when. Its performance is already on par with, and in many ways surpasses, that of traditional trucks, and it eliminates many of the limitations of combustion engines. The Tesla Semi currently uses an 850 kilowatt-hour battery pack, with an average consumption of 1.7 kilowatt-hours per mile and a proven range of 500 miles in tests. However, the company is already planning an update to incorporate 4,680 batteries in its next version, replacing the current 2,170 cells. This change represents a significant advance, as the 4,680 batteries have about 5 times more energy capacity and provide up to 6 times more power. With this, the Tesla Semi will be able to achieve an even greater range without having to significantly increase the number of cells, a crucial factor in keeping the vehicle's weight within ideal limits. The Tesla Semi's cargo capacity is one of the points that Elon Musk makes a point of highlighting. According to him, transportation companies that have not yet adopted electric trucks are simply losing money. But what does this mean in practice? Basically, any company in the sector wants vehicles that consume less fuel, require less maintenance, and, ultimately, provide a significant reduction in annual operating costs. According to Tesla, the cost per mile when recharging with electricity is approximately half that of diesel. This can result in an estimated fuel savings of up to $150,000 in the first 3 years of use. In addition, the Tesla Semi has remote diagnostics, over-the-air software updates, and a much smaller number of moving parts, which significantly reduces the time spent in repair shops and increases the time available to drive on the road. The truck has already been tested by major companies such as PepsiCo, DHL, and Saia, and the results confirm Tesla's promises. Its average energy consumption is just 1.7 kilowatt-hours per mile, which represents an operating cost of just 30 cents per mile. To put this in perspective, A 6.5-mile trip costs approximately $3.30 at current electricity prices. By comparison, a traditional diesel truck uses about 1 gallon of fuel to travel the same distance. And with diesel prices as high as $3.66 per gallon, the operating cost would be considerably higher. But the benefits of the Tesla Semi go beyond operating costs. In terms of maintenance, electric trucks are significantly simpler than diesel models. With no internal combustion engine, no complex transmission, and fewer moving parts, there's a natural reduction in mechanical failures. According to Tesla, the average maintenance cost for the Semi is just 10 cents per mile, which equates to about $50,000 over 5 years for a driver who drives 100,000 miles per year. Diesel trucks, on the other hand, require frequent maintenance, including oil changes, exhaust system repairs, and engine maintenance, bringing the average cost to 20 cents per mile, or $100,000 over 5 years. Another highlight is the Tesla Semi's durability. According to Dan Priestley, one of the project's leaders, the Tesla Semi fleet maintains an uptime rate of up to 95%, taking into account both scheduled and unforeseen maintenance. One of the trucks has already covered an impressive 248,000 miles in just 18 months, demonstrating its reliability before needing major maintenance. Meanwhile, maintenance costs for diesel trucks increase over time, compromising their long-term economic viability. Given all these advantages, one question arises. If the Tesla Semi is so efficient, why isn't it widely available yet? This is a common question, and many people who don't follow Tesla closely may not even know about the truck's existence. This has been a challenge for the company, but one that should be overcome over time. The Tesla Semi was introduced in 2017, and the first deliveries will only begin in 2022. As of last year, only about 300 units had been produced, which is a very low volume considering the time that has passed since the announcement. This production limitation has been a hindrance, but Tesla is working to resolve it and expand its presence in the freight transportation market. Let's face it, why did this happen? In the previous episode, we already discussed the main reasons for the limited production of the Tesla Semi. Several factors influence this situation, but two stand out: factory capacity and the time needed for rigorous testing. You may or may not already know that the Nevada Gigafactory is the main production hub for batteries and the Tesla Semi. However, with a total area of 5.4 million square feet, the space is not enough to support a large-scale production line for heavy-duty trucks. Unlike SUVs, sedans, or pickup trucks, manufacturing a truck requires larger facilities due to the complexity of the assembly process. As a result, since the first semis were delivered to PepsiCo, production has been very limited. By the end of last year, only about 200 trucks had been built, with Tesla keeping about 100 for internal use and the rest for customers who place pre-orders. This means that the automaker has not yet been able to fulfill all orders. But that is about to change. Tesla has invested $3.6 billion in the construction of a new factory dedicated exclusively to the Semi, which is already about 60% complete. If all goes according to plan, mass production could begin as early as the fourth quarter of this year, with an initial target of 10,000 units per year. This new facility will add another 4 million square feet to the company's production capacity, allowing for a substantial increase in the production of the electric truck. While Tesla has not released official figures on the total capacity of a new factory, Elon Musk's ambition makes it clear that the Semi should reach mass production quickly. According to him, when the facility is fully operational in 2026, the company will be able to manufacture up to 50,000 units per year. This volume would represent a huge leap forward for the electric transportation industry, with an average of 135 trucks rolling off the assembly line every day. That is, more than 5 per hour, the equivalent of a new truck being completed every 10 to 15 minutes if production runs 24 hours a day. Last October, Tesla transported 2 semi-trucks from North America to Europe, and Elon Musk reinforced on the X platform, formerly Twitter, that the model will be available globally. Before that, it was believed that the Semi would be exclusive to the United States due to the differences in regulations for trucks in Europe. However, Information from Tesla's own team indicates that the version produced at Giga Berlin will be adapted to meet local requirements. In addition, customers will be able to customize some configurations of the truck according to their needs. If a company needs to travel shorter distances, between 250 and 300 miles, about 400 to 480 kilometers, it will be possible to opt for a smaller battery and other modifications to reduce costs. In 2023, Tesla announced that the version with a range of 500 miles, 800 kilometers, would have a starting price of $250,000. To bring the Semi to other markets outside North America, Tesla said that only minor adjustments will be necessary, such as adapting the wheel covers and turn signals to meet local regulations. Since the design phase, the company has been planning a truck that meets international standards, avoiding the need for major redesigns for export. There are currently two versions of the Semi, one with a range of 300 miles and another with a range of 500 miles, each with a different size. However, the current versions do not yet have a cabin for the driver to rest. Since European legislation requires this feature, when the truck is launched on the continent, it will have a cabin with a metal frame behind the main seat, allowing for longer trips. Dan Priestley, Tesla's product manager, highlighted that the inclusion of a rest cabin will make the Semi even more efficient for long distances. The cabin is already spacious and has easy access to controls, with 2 screens and Tesla's advanced software. In addition, the recharge time is another differentiator. In just 30 minutes, the battery reaches 70% of its capacity, allowing drivers to take advantage of this time to unload goods or rest. Another innovative aspect of the Semi is its independent front suspension system and regenerative braking, which allows the driver to practically not need to press the brake pedal during the trip. This technology has been one of the most exciting factors for truck drivers who have already tested the vehicle. Since its launch, the Tesla Semi has attracted attention not only for its impressive performance, but also for its unique cabin design. Unlike traditional trucks, where the driver's seat is moved to one side, the Semi has a centralized seat. This configuration provides a superior panoramic view, reducing blind spots and improving visibility when making turns or driving in congested areas. In addition, this symmetrical design allows the truck to be used in several countries without the need for structural changes to the cabin, facilitating production and compliance with local traffic regulations. The interior space is also larger, ensuring greater comfort for the driver and making getting in and out of the vehicle easier. In addition, the 2 touch screens positioned on both sides of the dashboard make it easier to monitor essential information, reducing the need for excessive head movement. This layout was designed to improve the driver's experience and minimize fatigue on long trips. It is important to remember that truck driving is one of the riskiest professions in the world due to the daily challenges faced on the roads. According to the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, FMCSA, in 2023, there are more than 168,000 accidents involving large trucks in the United States, resulting in almost 5,000 deaths and more than 71,000 injuries. This is truly frightening. The global transportation industry is facing a growing driver shortage, mainly due to the high accident rate. One of the main factors in this problem is the exhaustion caused by long journeys on the road, often through the night, which reduces reaction time and increases the risk of collisions. In addition, tight delivery deadlines create additional pressure, making it even harder for drivers to maintain full focus. To help address this crisis and encourage the adoption of the Tesla Semi, Elon Musk recently revealed that Tesla's electric truck will be equipped with fully autonomous driving technology by the end of this year. This feature promises to bring numerous benefits, especially in the context of the current driver shortage. With autonomous driving, the Tesla Semi will be able to alleviate the stress of long journeys, allowing drivers to rest while the truck moves independently. This could significantly contribute to reducing fatigue-related accidents and improving working conditions, making the profession more attractive to new drivers. However, human presence will still be necessary in complex traffic situations and specific maneuvers, such as parking lots and loading docks. One of the biggest advantages of full automation is the ability to keep vehicles running for long periods without unnecessary downtime, increasing freight efficiency and minimizing delays on long routes. In 2020, Bill Gates expressed his vision for the world to embrace electric vehicles wherever possible, but he also stated that batteries would not be a viable solution for heavy-duty trucks, cargo ships, and passenger planes. This statement suggested that a battery-powered Class A truck would have no place in the freight transportation industry. However, the Tesla Semi may be the definitive proof that this view is wrong. Elon Musk once claimed that Gates didn't understand the first thing about electric trucks, and now, with the Semi's global expansion in the coming years, this technology could revolutionize the industry. According to the U.S. National Renewable Energy Laboratory, although medium and heavy-duty trucks represent only 4% of the country's highway fleet, they are responsible for more than 25% of fuel consumption in the country. If the electrification of these vehicles is widely adopted, it could drastically reduce the use of fossil fuels and carbon emissions, directly contributing to the mitigation of climate change. For those concerned about the environment and the negative impacts of diesel trucks, the option for electric vehicles becomes even more attractive. However, the electric truck sector still faces significant challenges. The production of these vehicles requires large-scale investment and robust infrastructure to avoid financial losses. One example of this is Nikola Motor, which has already sued Tesla alleging that the design of the Semi had been copied from its Nikola 1 prototype. Now, ironically, the company is facing financial difficulties and is on the verge of bankruptcy. According to the Wall Street Journal, Nikola has hired legal counsel from the law firm Pillsbury Winthrop Shaw Pittman to evaluate possible paths, including the sale of assets or even a bankruptcy process. Nikola officials confirmed that they are exploring options to restructure operations and ensure business continuity. The company was once considered a promising player in the sustainable transportation sector, but its reputation has been tarnished by a 2020 report from Hindenburg Research that accused Nikola and its then CEO, Trevor Milton, of inflating the company's technological capabilities to attract investors. As a result, Milton was convicted of fraud in 2022 and is currently appealing the decision. Even after this scandal, Nikola has tried to move forward under new leadership and launch new projects, but is still struggling to survive in the highly competitive electric truck market. Despite the launch of the Nikola Tre truck, the company continues to face serious financial difficulties. According to its latest earnings report, Nikola manufactured more than 80 trucks in the quarter ended September, but reported a net loss of almost $200 million. In the face of this crisis, the company's future seems more uncertain than ever. Meanwhile, Tesla has managed to overcome numerous challenges over the nearly 8 years of developing the Semi. Contrary to what many feared, the company's electric truck did not get stuck in the so-called production hell. On the contrary, it is about to consolidate itself in the cargo transportation sector and promises to transform the industry in the coming years. What do you think of the Tesla Semi? Leave your opinion in the comments. If you want to keep up with more news about Tesla's electric trucks and other vehicles from the brand, don't forget to like and share this video. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates.